Hello everyone, I'm Alia Dipu. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another book review, and this time I'm reviewing one of my personal favorites, Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. This is one of my favorite books. I kept rereading this, and that's not the only thing special about this video. I'm going to split this video into two parts. One that is spoiler-free review and one that is a non-spoiler-free review. So let's move on to the video. This book is written by Rick Riordan, and he is an American author and is best known for his Percy Jackson series. I have the entire set, so you might see one of these books in some future book reviews. But now, let's get on back to The Daughter of the Deep. This book is published by Puffin Books and it was released on October 5th, 2021. I got it from the Echancy store and it cost 600 rupees. But enough about the details of the book. Let's move on to the protagonist. The protagonist is Anna, and you can see her here, but we can see her more clearly here. She's really pretty, right? So, Anna lost her parents when she was really young. So, the only family member she has left is Dave, her brother. And what's exciting about them is that they're Indian. When I first read this book, I was so excited about that part. So, Anna's family has been attending this school, Harding Pencroft Academy, for generations. That school mainly focuses on marine stuff, like most of their students end up being underwater scientists or joining the army as marines. Anna is only 14 when the book starts, but her 15th birthday is right around the corner. Anna and her brother Dev have this routine of going to the cliffs above the Pacific Ocean and diving underwater to meet their underwater dolphin friend Socrates. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the short synopsis of this story. The book starts with their normal routine. Anna and Dev go down underwater to meet the little friend Socrates. But Socrates seems a bit more agitated than usual. He seems to be trying to lead the Dakar siblings somewhere. But they proceed to ignore him and move on with their daily life. Anna, who is a freshman at Harding Pencroft Academy, has her weekend trials. The weekend trials is basically when the freshmen have to go on water for 2 days, that is the weekends. I guess it's to get them more acquainted with the marine life. And while they are boarding the best to get to the port and get on the boat for the weekend trials, something terrible happens at the school. And just like that, Anna and the other freshmen's life gets turned upside down. The professor accompanying them on the weekend trials informs them that Harding Pencroft Academy has been at a cold war with the rival school Land Institute for 150 years. I know, 150 years. That's like more than a century. Couldn't they have made it up? But no, they didn't. And now the Cold War is starting to boil. And there's one person in the center of all of it, Captain Nemo. No, not the cartoon fish. He was someone that was thought to be fictional from the book 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and now Anna is being hunted by Land Institute. This book was just wow. It kept me on the edge of my seat from the first chapter all the way until the very last. Overall, this is a wonderful read, and I would absolutely recommend it to everyone who wants to read a sci fi book. Even if you're afraid that you wouldn't like the sci fi genre, I would absolutely recommend it. Now that this is over, let's move on to the spoilery review. So, like I said, Harding Pencroft Academy and Land Institute have been at a war for 150 years, but it mostly consisted of pranks and tricks, but not anymore. Land Institute torpedoed the school, meaning that in place of the school there was a half circle cut into the earth, and the only survivors were the 20 freshmen and the teacher that went for the weekend trials. What do you mean? Because Land Institute was greedy for the technology that Nemo made, they proceeded to kill hundreds of students and teachers, all for technology that could kill even more people if exposed to the world. And because of their actions, the 20 freshmen and one very, very sick teacher is stranded in the ocean with no hope. They can't go back to their families because that would be putting them at danger. And the only way they have to go is a secret Nemo base that they're not even sure exists. So just because that Nemo's blood is inside Anna, she is put of the leader of one, like I said, sick professor and 19 freshmen. It's true that she does have leader's blood inside of her, but it's not fair to just push her onto this like she's not a human being too. She already lost all her family members and all she had was Dev, and now he's gone too. Doesn't she deserve a break? No, she's immediately put as the leader and is practically playing with fire. But let me calm down. The base is real and it's called Lincoln Base. And when they reach there, they realize, Anna realizes what her parents were trying to find before they died: the Nautilus, Captain Nemo's ship. He sank the ship with him inside of it because he couldn't destroy it. And when Anna's parents found it, it turns out that the Nautilus is one of the earliest creations of AI. Yeah, that's right. Captain Nemo practically created AI. Now, of course, the Nautilus couldn't talk, but it did show signs that it was alive. And because it was abandoned for so many years, it was very angry, and when it was finally found by Anna's parents, it took the anger out on them, and therefore killing them. Of course, Land Institute is after the Nautilus, and Anna has to protect the ship, the very own thing that killed her parents and took away her happiness. But in the end, she does form a good bond with the ship, so whatever. So you guys remember Dead Brother Dave, right? Turns out he's not dead. I was expecting that because of how many times his death was mentioned, but I thought he was going to be like a hostage or something. Turns out he's the main villain. He's the bad guy in the story, and you know why he's doing this? Same reason as Land Institute: greed. He wanted the inheritance of the Dakar family, and he also thought that Harding Pencroft Academy was hiding it from them because of their greed. And so he decides to put his own sister's life at risk and kill many of his friends, all because of some inheritance. What logic is there in that? That doesn't make any sense. When I read the book, I was wondering how Dev could keep up with them. Of course, they have the Aranax, their version of the Nautilus, which is infinitely better than the Varuna boat that the freshmen were on, but still, they didn't show any signs of being close to the Varuna. And then the book reveals that Dev had given Anna an early birthday present. It was a necklace with their mother's pearl in it. Turns out the pearl had a tracker inside of it. So he was using his sister once again for his own greed, for some inheritance. Let me move on to my favorite character because if I keep going on about the book, the video is going to be an hour long. My favorite character is Gemini Twain, and he is assigned to protect Anna because practically she's the most important person in the world now. Anna and him are not on good terms, and the reason why is once again absolute nonsense. So Anna has this best friend, Nelina, and she is a scholarship student, meaning that she entered the school through scholarships and she's not a part of the families like Anna's that have been attending the school for generations. And Gemini has a brother that works in the same area as Nelina's hometown. So when he sees Nelina for the first time at a lunch break, he goes up to her and asks, "Aren't you the scholarship kid?" He asks this out of complete curiosity because he wants to know if she knows his brother, and Nelina just takes it seriously, like he was attempting to bully her or something. Like, I get it, like being exposed in front of the entire school, that there she's not one of the most power she's not part of the powerful families could be a little embarrassing, but being complete enemies with him for like 2 years, that's kind of a lot. And that's kind of why Nelena is one of my least favorite characters. Also, she calls everyone babe. It's like a friend thing, but it's kind of weird to me. But yeah, whatever. Let me move back to Gemini Twain. His parents are what you would call modern day hippies, and they were really interested in like the zodiacs and crystals and stuff. That's why his name is Gemini. And because they couldn't handle taking care of him and his brother, they left the children with their grandma. And he has never really heard of them after that. Okay, now the video is coming to an end. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more book reviews. Bye!